Surprise, dear ones. It's Jen Harris once more, yet again, still live from my kitchen nook for Spoken Word Friday. Can you believe it? It is September the 25th, 2020. I'm still looking at this year like, man, we almost made it. But the thing that I want to come in tonight very quickly, because I actually have an Instagram event that I'm doing as well at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So follow me I'll put the information up here as far as it relates where you can find me on Instagram and find that part 1 series that I'm doing with the fabulous Kentura Kendrick, and the title of the event that we've been doing over the last 2 weeks, culminating tonight with part 2, is called Black Woman and Walking Through the World. So as always, I'm going to give y'all a couple pieces, and then I'll be out of your way for you to enjoy your Friday. We know with everything happening in Louisville right now, all I have to say is Ferguson is everywhere. And as the brilliant Brittany Pacanetti said on Twitter, I believe it was this morning, she said everybody should be mad about the police being able to matter of fact, let me read it, the direct quote. It says, everyone, and I do mean everyone, should be against officers being able to walk into your home and kill you with impunity. Everyone. And she wrote that on Twitter actually 2 days ago on the 23rd of this month. So the piece I'm gonna read 4 tonight. So the piece that I'm doing tonight is called No Knocking in a Rose Garden. So this is for Breonna Taylor. Thunder and lightning came in the morning in the arms of her love, when safe only a moment and minutes before. Life before, sweet and deep, after being loved as deep as the ocean caresses beach, making 2 into 1 and 1 into 2 before falling into the arms of safety in those arms, held there by breadth and depth of love. Thundering lightning flashes come, breaking the peace of twilight with the battering ram of noon sun, taking this rose from her garden, snatching bloom and stem, leaving thorns while the garden burns. While the thorns pierce, while the fire burns, while the thunder and lightning leave as suddenly as it has come, leaving love to try and save the rose's life before life and it fades. Needing the rescue of rain, only to be embraced by the rush of tears in the soil of what was. But there are seeds. But there were seeds. Where there was one rose lost, there are more coming. Yet the rose planted is still gone, lost, found, and irreplaceable, ignored by the weeds, fed by the tears. Again, for Breonna Taylor, we remember, we will never forget. I actually wrote this in June of 2020. And then the other pieces are actually a series that I actually wrote after the passing of Congressman John Lewis. And I actually did this because I thought it'd be kind of interesting to kind of put a play on, if my computer would act right. I thought I would do a play on an elegy as far as it relates to John Lewis. So, in his passing in August, it didn't even feel like he's been gone just a month. But I did this in 3 parts. So with the last line of each poem being the beginning line of the next poem. So there's a reason for that. And all these poems can be found on I Breathe Fire, which is http://JenniferHarrisBreathesFire.com. So the first one is called In Remembering Lions, for John Lewis. We remember lions as we do kings, expecting their presence, reassured by their strength, believing all that they are will remain and is unchanging. Never do we believe in age for lions, for their roar is eternal, in the life of their cubs, adopted or born. We see them as pillars as we do kings. Death cannot hold them, for we know who holds the keys to such doors. And yet now this bridge bearing the name of the most excellent forerunner has indeed become the door. So that's part one. So the second one, again, it's going to use that last line for this first line. The second piece is called Crossing Muddy Waters. He has indeed become the door, the standard, banner, and cause. There are bridges that now have now been erected, which have the blood of the elders, seeing us in them. Now we can see them in us. We have a charge to keep and a God to glorify, so that we can be catalysts for change and the manufacturers of good trouble. We are troublemakers, wall scalers, jailbreakers, and believing that we have come this far by faith because we cross over the waters and in and on moonless nights because he is with us. So I wrote this one in August 2020. So this is part two. So again, that last line is going to be the first line of the last poem. And the last one is called Making a Place for Us. Because he is with us and his history speaks to us, we are now the causes of change and good trouble. In his passing in the sea, which has become the root, which begets the tree, we can partake of shade and strength, resting for the moment, being equipped for the fight ahead, which should be won, which must be won. We are both alone and together, both united and distant, as we remember what heroes look like. How loud lions are, and the determination it takes to be bridge and door. We are the causes of good trouble. So with that, my dear ones, I bid you all adieu till next Friday. There are many things happening. So remember that the new poetry book, Thinking I'm Grown, is actually going to be up on Amazon and Kindle at midnight on the 30th. Yay. There's much more work coming. For those of you who are watching this space, know that you all have been introduced to Calcepsy and you have been introduced to McKenna. So there's a lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts. So make sure that you are staying tuned to this particular platform, because all matter of dopeness is happening. And once more, again, I love you all. Thank you all for your love and support. Stuff is happening, and I can't tell you everything right now, but trust and believe dopeness is occurring. Okay, dopeness is occurring. So I thank you. God bless you. I'll catch y'all next Friday.